Welcome back to our Genesis short series. Previously, we witnessed the tragedy at Shechem, a moment of grief and violence that left Jacob's household shaken. But God was not finished with Jacob. In Genesis 35, the Lord speaks clearly. "Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make an altar to the God who appeared to you when you fled from Esau." Jacob obeys, but before he goes, he purifies his household. He commands them, "Put away the foreign gods among you, purify yourselves, and change your garments." Then he buries their idols under the oak at Shechem, leaving behind everything unworthy of God's presence. As they journey, the fear of God falls on the surrounding cities, so no one dares to pursue Jacob. Finally, Jacob arrives at Bethel, the very place where years earlier he had seen the vision of the ladder reaching into heaven. There, he builds an altar and calls the place El Bethel, God of the house of God. At Bethel, God appears to Jacob again. The Lord renews his covenant, declaring, "Your name is Jacob, but no longer shall you be called Jacob. Israel shall be your name." God blesses him, saying, "Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall come from you, and kings shall come from your body. The land I gave to Abraham and Isaac I will give to you, and to your descendants after you." Here at Bethel, Jacob sets up a stone pillar, pours out a drink offering, and anoints it with oil, marking the place as sacred, a memorial of God's faithfulness. But this chapter is bittersweet. On the journey, Rachel goes into hard labor and gives birth to Jacob's 12th son, Benjamin. Yet Rachel's life fades, and she dies, leaving Jacob heartbroken. He buries her on the way to Bethlehem, and her tomb stands there to this day. Genesis 35 closes with more sorrow, the death of Isaac, Jacob's father. But before he passes, Esau and Jacob reunite to bury him together, two brothers once divided, now side by side and honoring their father. From tragedy to covenant, from loss to renewal, God shows his faithfulness. Jacob's story reminds us, even in our pain, God calls us back to himself, back to Bethel, back to his presence, back to his promises. If you believe God is for you, type "God is for me" in the comment section.